Hi, it's Kiffin Lobates here, and because I'm wearing the residence hat, today's video is about computer security. And what I want to talk about today is the data that companies store about us. Now, there's a problem here in that developers, by default, like to store as much data as they can in computer logs. That then helps them later to debug things when things go wrong, as they invariably do. And similarly, from the business and sales side, companies like to store as much data as they can because that data has value. They can sell it on to advertisers, or they can use it to assist advertisers to target their adverts at a fee. So we're already in a situation where by default, tech companies want to gather as much information about you as they can and your activities and store them in a database or somewhere so that they can use that later. The issue here is that if somebody hacks into their servers, now they have a treasure trove of information that they can use for all sorts of nefarious purposes. For example, if a hacker breaks into a database and finds usernames, passwords, email addresses, phone numbers, and even credit card details, those have immense value on the black market, and criminals can then use it to decide who should they target with a phishing campaign, or possibly even a physical visit if the victim is particularly unlucky. And we can see examples of how this goes wrong all over the place. One I'd like to pick on is LastPass, who provided the opportunity for users to save encrypted notes, and the software also saves encrypted usernames and passwords. Now, what LastPass did not do was also encrypt the websites that were visited. And from a developer point of view, you may say, well, big deal, it's just a list of domain names. But from a personal point of view, this is terrible, because it means that when, and hackers did manage to get hold of this stuff, so when hackers exfiltrated the data, they now have a whole set of LastPass accounts, and they can see what websites that person uses. And that means, for example, that if they find an account which has a whole bunch of different crypto exchanges in there, there's a pretty strong indicator that that person holds crypto, and that means that the hackers will focus their attention on cracking the password for that account rather than, say, some other account that just visits TikTok and YouTube a lot. So there's an example of storing data badly, and in some cases storing data unnecessarily, that results in real material loss to the users of the system. So there are heaps and heaps of examples out there of companies overreaching the amount of data that they store and then storing it badly so that it can be stolen and immediately read. I would not be surprised to find out that there are still companies out there storing passwords in plain text, for example. And this means that really, from a development point of view, we all need to build on our security knowledge so that we understand not just what the risks are, but why they are risks and what the greater ramifications are. That's today's video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye for now.